I would say my favorite holiday is definitely Christmas. It's just something about being with family and just the Christmas spirit, and celebrating Jesus' birthday, the reason for the season. So I definitely say Christmas is my
Yeah,
favorite
dude, it's
holiday for
awesome.
sure.
Like the family, like you said, God, the presents,
Right.
it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't get any better than that, It
Yeah,
literally does. So.
especially like Christmas when you were a kid and younger when you wake up, it's like peak.
Bro, I can remember spending the night in my brother's room. So we all watched the movie Elf. And then we'd come down, bro. I wouldn't even sleep some nights. That's how excited you are. So it's definitely something special.
That's awesome. Me and my brother always have a sleepover too, so I get
Yeah.
it.
Bro, yes, bro. You got to do it as long as you can until you move
Yeah.
out.
And then you have to get up 2 hours later when it's like 6 a.m. to open up presents.
Right, right.
At that point, though, it's pure excitement. You don't worry about the tiredness.
Bro, you don't worry about anything. You just wake up and you go wake up mom and dad.
Yep. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we have an interview with Ashby Vining of the Loco Beach Coconuts. Thank you for sitting down with me, dude.
Yeah, man. And thanks for having me on, dude. It's an honor to be here. I'm super excited, Isaac. And once again, just thanks for having me. And I'm pumped, man.
No problem. Also, you're my first Loco Beach Coconut interview I've done, so
Let's go, man. That's the way to start it. A lot of the guys are busy around the holiday times, and me and you've been trying to find a time, and we finally got it in. But dude, it's an honor. I'm excited. I think the whole team's excited for the brand. First time, us being together and being a team in Banana Ball and just trying to represent it the best we can.
yeah, dude. And the coconuts on the logos, like the hat you're wearing, are sick.
Yeah, that's my favorite part, dude. And like me being a beach guy and a surfer and stuff, like it fits perfect. But the like sea foam and then the light blue, the brown, the little orange or yellow gold, whatever it is, the trim, it's just, bro, it goes so hard and I love it. We got to get you a coconut hat, bro. I got to take that banana thing. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But we
I
got to
put
get
it,
you a coconut
I
hat.
put it on my Christmas list, so we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, dude, matches perfect together.
Yeah, yeah, man. It go good.
So you played college ball, correct?
Yes, yes, I did. Yep.
What was the difference between like you on the visitors calling a game as a catcher in college ball to now calling it in banana ball?
Yeah, I think so actually I was fortunate enough I had a coach who we kind of did a scout report on both sides. I was blessed enough my coaching staff in college actually allowed me to call the games. My junior and senior year, they had that trust in me. So the big difference I would say is the in banana ball you have to tack, right? You can't really walk people. So
Yeah.
let's say in college like, their best hitters coming up and I had in the report, do not let this guy beat you. You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
so it'd be 2 outs, nobody on. All right, I'm throwing curveball away, 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 fastball up. If we walk them, no big deal, right? Banana ball, you don't get on the report. This guy can't beat you. You know what I mean? Like, you got to throw strikes. You got to work quick. So knowing that, it could be more challenging because sometimes you have to adjust your plan. Like I might have the best hitter up and have to go, I go breaking ball, and it's ball, and it's 2-0. And then it's like, all right, well, I need to get a strike here. So I go something off speed because I know fastball middle 2-0, he crushes and it's ball. And now 3-0, I got to give a fastball 3-0.
Yeah.
And if he takes it, now we're 3-1. If we walk in, there's a runner on second. If we walk him in, if he walks, he scores. So it's like I kind of have to put a fastball middle and hope he pops up or grounds out or we throw a slider middle. It's kind of building that trust. And banana ball, I don't have time to think, dude. I'm thinking 2, 3 pitches ahead, and it's like, boom, that's the pitch. I throw it back. I got to have something down. Where college, boom, he looks bad on the curveball. I sit there. I can open up. I got 20 seconds. I can open up my wristband. 0-1, this guy, he swings at 29% breaking balls in the dirt. Where I have to think
Yeah.
that. Where this is in banana ball, you can't think like that. It's fastball, catch it, boom, I'm back. I'm already putting down the next sign, and you're rolling. So just knowing the game, and you got to be so much quicker. Definitely harder in banana ball calling pitches. But then it can be easier too because you're working so quick. It's just natural. You don't
Yeah.
overthink it. So I don't know. It has its pros and cons for sure.
Yeah, in some scenarios with the ball four sprint, it might be easier to just let Jake School get a single instead of let him score and let's say like Reese Hampton's at second.
Right. No, exactly. And like, the last thing you want to do to Jake Scholl is give him a fastball middle.
Yeah.
You might not see it. It might be in the bleachers, but it's like if you got a runner on second, 2 outs, if you throw a ball here, like whatever you have 3-1, fastball, slider, changeup, you got to throw a strike. You don't have a choice, unless it's a good
Yeah.
pitch that's off the plate that the umpire bells us out on a strike or we get a swing. But I mean, you're risking, it's just that's the game. And I think that's what makes banana ball so fun is if you have a Shohei, if you have a Mike Trout, if you have an Aaron Judge, you can't just walk them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like everyone gets to hit and everyone's in every play. And to me, it really lets the stars show out in a sense, you know?
Yeah. So speaking of playing fast, do you like college ball where you can think like you said, look at your note sheet, or do you like banana ball where it's just go 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 and don't overthink?
No, yeah, I love banana ball. I always tell people, like, dude, there's so many fans and stuff. When you step in the box, everything's so quick. You just go in and compete. You know, it's like backyard wiffle ball. You don't worry about how it looks or how you stride or if you foul a ball off and you just miss it. Banana ball, you step in, you compete. I love that aspect. Personally, even in college, I was a player. I was a show and go type guy. Like, I like to play the games. You know, I don't like to overthink it. I'm not in the
Yeah.
cage. I'm not a 2 hour cage guy. You know, if I hit 3 rounds and it's smooth, I'm done for the day. You know, if I go in the cage and it feels a little off, I'll work a little bit, you know, a little bit extra, 30 minutes more to figure it out. But if everything's rocking smooth, man, like I don't touch it. I love banana ball. I think it's way better. It's 100% way more fun. I mean, it's not even a
Yeah.
question. And it's just, words can't even describe how awesome it is.
As a catcher, you don't get a lot of chances, but what are some trick plays you want to do this season?
Yeah, I have a couple. So, fun fact, I told this on another interview I did. We were an inter squad, and we're not goofing off, but I'm trying things that I don't know if I try in the game. Um, Pop ups hit to me, catcher pop up. I take off my one piece mask, open it up, and catch it in the mask, and
Yo.
we all went nuts. Like the whole, even like the hitter, it was one of my good buddies. Like, bro, no, you know what I mean? Went crazy. So then the next day in practice, I was like, shoot, I can do this. So I shot up 25 balls to try to do it again, and I missed all 30. And then I got one in the game and missed it. So I would love to be able to catch it in the mask again. Is it possible? Yes. Do I need to work on it? 100% yes. I'm getting pretty good. I can exchange through the legs. So if a runner truly steals and I exchange between the legs and throw a runner out, that'll be like one of the coolest things.
Yeah.
Other than that, I got a backflip I'm working on. Not necessarily doing a backflip catching gear, but if I could just rip a backflip, and catch your gear, I think that'd be really good
That'd be
looks.
sick.
Yeah, so not as much like that's not a trick play, but I think it looks good. It adds, imagine like bottom of the ninth, run on first, we're up one, strike three, punch them out. I get up and do a backflip to go dab up my pitcher in full gear, like with the long hair. It look good, right?
Dude, that'd
So
be
it's things like
aura.
that. Anytime I smother a ball, drop third, exchange through the legs, a bounce pass, try to work on throwing between the legs, just things like that. So catching it's definitely more tough on the trick play side of things, but it's never impossible.
On the note between the legs, how do you get better at that? Because I feel like transfers are already hard enough. So how do you do it while going between your legs?
Yeah, just practice, man, and repetition. And my favorite thing is Jesse wants us to set the bar. He
Yeah.
wants us to keep raising that bar. So whatever it takes, it might not sound like we can do a lot, but us, even as a whole catching staff, man, the whole organization, we're thinking of things. Hey, what can we do? When a catcher pop up or a drop third, what can we do to add to the game? Like what's a cool thing where, yeah, I block a good slider on the dirt and the runner's running first. What's something I can do that no one else can do? Can I throw it between the legs or can I bounce hop it and our first baseman catch it barehanded? Can I throw it between my legs like a football? Can I backflip while I'm throwing it? Can I front flip while just adding something like that? Like always trying to, up it. Even like imagine a play at the plate. I catch it behind my back and then put a tag down. Like,
That'd
you know
be
what I mean? Like
sick.
behind the back catch, tag, play at the plate. Like stuff like that would just add to the game. So it's just practice, man. Reps, practice, hours on end, just doing it constantly.
Cool. With the inner squad with the catching in your mask, was that this season or last season with the visitors?
Last season with the visitors.
Cool.
Yeah, it was. We haven't started inter squads yet. We haven't reported quite yet, but it was with the visitors. It was so funny because I believe Peyton Chantaye hit it, and he hit one, and I missed it. And the very next pitch, he hit another one right up, and I went for it again because it's inter squad. You do that's the time to see what I can and can't do. Caught in the mask, and it was so awesome. But then again, I've never been able to do it again. So
Cool.
possibly, whip it back out, man. Never say never, right?
That'd be sick because no one else has done it yet.
Right.
Has there been a couple times where it got like where you caught it and then it bounced out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. A couple of times I have to do a good job of like opening it up and kind of giving with it because I wear the one piece.
Yeah.
A lot of it, man, is it hurts. Like, so say I miss by an inch, it nails my hand or it nails my finger. And then sometimes as a catcher, people don't realize like the backspin on the ball, it's not like a pop up to the outfield or infield. Like
Yeah.
the one that has a backspin, it's like you really have to. and catching something down here is already hard enough. You always want to catch stuff up top. I've worked on the pop play. I can do that one pretty good. Pop it up, try to catch it. Um, but it's just one of those things that's just reps, man. And like, if you really think about it, how many pop ups do I get in a year behind the plate? Maybe
Oh,
five in a whole season. You know what
yeah.
I mean? So you get five chances to really nail it. And sometimes those suckers are way up there, dude. So
Yeah.
it's just it's tough.
A lot of people, like you said, don't realize it, but a lot of all catchers mostly catch the pop flies with their back towards the infield because that backspin.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And that's like, dude, when I like picked Bill's recoil brain, he's caught him barehanded before, and he was, dude. That's why I love Banana. He's teaching me the technique to do it, so I can do it. Having that is so awesome. And I'm like, dude, for you to be able to catch that bare hand with that spin is absolutely nuts. But the coolest thing about it is he's sitting there and he's telling me how to do it and work on it so I can do it. And that's what's so cool about the organization, man.
That's cool. You have that built-in or leader that's been there for a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah, it's so awesome, man, and I'm so blessed in that aspect.
What is one guy you're most excited to face, or not face, but catch as a catcher on the Coconuts?
Yeah, I would definitely say Drake, our first pick, just for the fact we were on the
Yeah,
visitors. I've seen him when he's at his best. And then I've seen him on days, in inter squads he didn't look the best. So I have that relation, and same with him, dude. He knows my swing, like he's seen me at my best, and he's seen me in inter squads where I strike out the whole day.
yeah.
So we just have that bond, and he'll look at me and be like, "Hey, how's my two seam running? How's my slider looking, and all this?" And I've just been so blessed. I get to catch him so much. I know I can go up to him and be like, "Hey, your two seam's not moving a lot. We gotta be slider heavy today." Or dude, your two seam's running, 2 feet in today. Like, dude, we're just gonna pound in. If I think he's on the fastball, then we'll spin it. If the slider's off, or if a lefty's hitting and his changeup's not there today, hey, let's just pound two seams away and then maybe go cutter in. So just the fact that I know him and the trust we have, he didn't shake me off one time, which is pretty
Wow.
crazy. And I'm always like, dude, your pitch is better than me. Like, if you don't like what I call shake it, I have no hurt feelings. If it's a home run, like I've never cared. And he refuses to shake. So that's pretty cool when I tell people that he puts his trust in me. So I know when you just have trust in each other, it's a really fun bond.
Yeah, that's what I like too. I have a couple teammates, for example, that like they know when I'm doing well and they know when I'm not, but they're still the same people to me no matter what's going on.
Right. Exactly. No doubt.
If you could get one MLB player to join the Coconuts, who would it be?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at it, you go Shohei Ohtani, right?
Yeah,
Just what he does offensively, what he does on the mound. Um, Do I think him and Judge are comparable? 100%.
really?
I think when you look at them offensively, I think if you have them both, one might go 4 for 4, 4 home runs, and the other one might go over 4, and then the next day the other one would go over 4, and the other one would go 4 for 4, 4 home runs.
Yeah,
But I think what Shohei brings on the mound, you just can't replace. You have a guy who can go 6 innings shutty, and then also go and bat close to 400 with 60 plus homers a year. I just think to be able to do both ways, I think weighs a lot and it is very valuable.
I bet as a catcher that would be sick to catch Ohtani.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. Definitely need to be on the same page about fastball, curveball, slider, and how we communicate that. But yeah, it'd be an honor and it'd be definitely a dream come true.
Yeah, and one whole tour with the Bananas, how many home runs is Ohtani getting on the Coconuts?
Yeah, I mean, I think 60 games, right? I would like to say he's going to average one a game. I know that's going crazy.
That's
Um,
insane.
I mean, I would probably, I don't know, man. I think anywhere you're shooting from 40 to 60, yeah. Um, but then I don't know, man. We got some dudes on the mound, and
Yeah.
baseball's a hard sport. So, like if he's going through a slump, if you go through a slump early within the first 15, 20 games, you don't have 100 and whatever games to catch up. You only get 60, which is a lot of games. Don't correct. That is a ton of games. But I think MLB is what, like 180
160 around
or
there?
160. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like, if you look at the high signs like that, um, so yeah, I don't know how many he would hit. I don't know him like that, but I mean he he definitely hit a lot.
Yeah. He'd be crazy too. He'd be in hit in the Plaza Party.
Yeah, yeah, he'd definitely be a fan favorite.
What is one song you would want to do a walk-up song to this season?
Yeah, I think if I look at a song, I think If I had to pick one, I mean, I love the Macarena 'cause that's what I do. I don't know if I have one exact song. I would love a walk up in Orlando at Disney with Mickey Mouse. That's where I'm super excited to play. If Mickey did a walk up with me, I don't care what the song would be. I think that'd be so cool, just me and Mickey Mouse.
That'd be
So
sick.
when people ask me that, I'm like, I don't have an exact song, but if I was gonna walk up in Orlando with Mickey Mouse, like that's the one thing I would want if it was possible.
Speaking of Orlando and Mickey Mouse, which stadium are you most excited to play in this season?
Yeah, definitely a Wide World of Sports at ESPN. Just because I love Orlando, I love Disney. I actually went there a couple weeks ago, and I just absolutely loved it. The stadium's awesome, and it's not like a big MLB stadium, but it just has that home environment, the Disney environment. I would definitely say, your San Diego, your Twins, your Brewers, your Patriots. That's going to be really, really cool getting to play in
Yeah,
those. And I'm super pumped about that. And then Jersey Shore, I played college baseball in New Jersey, so getting to go back home in a sense of where my college was near and stuff like that, playing there is going to be pretty unique.
that'd be really cool. I've noticed this throughout the interviews. All these people have like all these cool home reunion games, which are really cool, and it's kind of where they started.
Yeah, yeah, it's really cool and it's really unique. Being a South Carolina boy, growing up and raising and being in South Carolina, when I look at Conway, when I look at
Yeah,
Charleston, those are pretty cool. Two stadiums I've actually played in before, which is pretty unique.
really?
You
In
get to go back,
college?
yeah, just travel ball, like when you're
Yeah.
15, 16. My first college scrimmage was actually at the River Dog Stadium where we're playing in Charleston, where
Wow.
we actually took the Citadel. So it's cool, man, and it's exciting, and to be able to play in front of a sold out crowd makes it even better.
Yeah. Well, do you think you'll be nervous in front of all those people?
Um, I would honestly say at this point, no, I'm not a nervous guy. Definitely my first at bat of Banana Bowl, I was nervous.
Yeah.
Do I think I'll be nervous and jacked up my first at bat? 100%. The first inning catching, 100%. Just having that crowd, having that adrenaline. But it's like anything, the moment you get the first at bat away, or even you see one pitch or you swing at the first pitch and you catch, the first couple pitches in the inning, you kind of settle in, you get grounded, you know your environment. And then from there on, it's just you go. It's like I always say, you put the work in before, right? You trust in the Lord and everything else. As long as you can put your head in the pillow, knowing you've done everything you can before that moment and you're fully prepared, just go out there and have fun. And no matter what, man, at the end of the day, win or lose, play bad or not, I'm there for the fans. I'm there to uplift them. I'm there to sign autographs. I'm there to impact someone else's life. That's more than baseball. And
Yeah.
that's what's really amazing about this organization.
Do you think it will help you? Like, let's say this does happen, unfortunately, you go 0 for 4, make a couple errors behind the dish. Do you think it will help you with all those fans and realizing, like, in La Plaza, you can forget about those errors and those strikeouts?
Oh, 100%. Do I think you don't think about it when you go back to the hotel room that night? No, I think you're
Yeah.
looking at it, fixing it, and being honestly, I'm probably gonna go over 4 one game with
Yeah.
a couple
It's
strikeouts. That's how
baseball.
baseball is. You know what I mean? Like, so knowing that realization it's gonna happen. And I don't want it to happen. I hope it doesn't happen, but I'm gonna go over 4 at some point. But when you look at the big picture, it doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
it does matter. Don't give me the I don't mean it like that, but if you could tell me you go over 4, but then you go out there and impact 5 people's lives and change their lives and you make a fan first moment, that is being 4 for 4, 4 home runs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's the feeling. And it does flush it. And you're right. After a bad game, getting to go out there and impact someone else's life, man, that's what it's about, and that's what's amazing about Banana Ball.
That's the cool thing about Banana Ball. All you guys are such fans first, and everyone's out there signing autographs in plazas, taking pictures.
Yeah, that's that honestly, like, you could even argue that's my favorite part. Being out there before
Yeah.
the game, dancing after the game, it's all special. And granted, do your moves, maybe have a little bit more energetic after a win and 4 for 4, 100%.
Yeah.
But you're still out there smiling, you're still out there for the fans. And when you meet people and you realize how grateful you are to be in the spot you are, the 0 for 4, it goes
Yeah.
away. And it's that competitive mindset because it is very competitive. You know what I mean? So you're gonna go home, you're gonna watch the film, you're gonna go probably early to the field, try to crank out what was wrong, but it's not gonna take away for what you do after the game. You're gonna be the same person. You're gonna have the same energy, and you're gonna be the same you are greeting fans and being there. Whether I'm 0 for 4 or 4 for 4, I'm staying the same amount of time after the game, signing stuff, taking pictures, dancing, doing all the fun stuff. No doubt about it.
That's awesome because that shows you're not just there to show up when it's going good for you, you're doing it when it's going bad.
Oh, 100%. And if you ride the highs and lows in baseball, man,
Yeah.
it's not going to be a fun go. You try to teach, you maintain this line and you're going to go like this in baseball. Now granted, I ride the highs when I'm high. There's no doubt about it
Yep.
when I
We
get up
all
there, but
do.
I make sure when I'm at my low, I stay up here. I stay in that median. I don't get too high, I don't get too low. And that's where I always say, Coach Croc, man, I'm super blessed to him be my coach. I always say it's like imagine a train track going down. He lets me be Ashby Vining, and I might go right and left, and it's fine because he's going to keep me within those rails. He's never going to let me go over those rails. He's going to keep me in between. So if I'm bouncing right and left, he'd probably not say something. But the moment I'm getting close to that rail or kind of climbing over it, he's going to bring me right back in the middle and realize what our purpose here for, or what our purpose is there for. And that's why I'm
Yep.
so blessed that he's my coach.
What do you think will be the weirdest thing you'll be asked to sign this season?
I would probably say the weirdest thing. It's not really weird, but kids will bring me their brand new glove they bought or a brand new glove, and they're always like, "Can you sign this?" And I'm like, I'll look at their parents and I'm like, "All right, do you want me to say like I this is a brand new like $400 glove, like I don't want to ruin it if I sign it." And some of them they're usually like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, sign it." But it's like that, not the guiltiness, but it's like, "Oh my gosh, this brand new glove, it looks so good." So usually I'll try to like sign it like, on the inside or not outside. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'd really say that's man. I mean, that's just mine.
Especially some of the Wilsons now, they're like upwards of $500. It's crazy.
I know. When a kid brings it to you brand new, but that just shows you the impact you have on their life, and
Yeah.
being there and putting a smile on their face, taking pictures, man. Because when I was that age, I would have done the same thing, and I did do the same thing. I bring my brand new glove,
Yeah.
you know. So, and you don't that, and you mean so much to them. It's like it doesn't matter if their parents might not get mad or not because that moment means so much to them. They can't even process it. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's just it means so much, and being there for them, and it's truly awesome to give back, no doubt.
Yeah, because when I look at some of the Bananas games, like I remember certain stuff and how fun they were, but I always think back on the Plaza Party. I have a ball in my room with like probably 50 signatures just to guys
Yeah,
being awesome to me.
yeah, no doubt, man, and that's what it's about.
Do you think you'll be asked to sign a coconut this season?
Yeah, I do at some point. Yeah, that's funny you say that. Probably, and I'm gonna sign that thing in a heartbeat.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of coconuts, what is your favorite food with coconut in it?
Yeah, I do the acai bowls and I go pineapple, strawberries, and then the coconut flakes. I love the coconut flakes in it with a little chocolate, not chocolate, sorry, vanilla. It's like vanilla cream on top with the acai, pineapple, strawberries, and coconut flakes. I love coconut flakes. Sometimes I'll add it to my ice cream. My boys would make fun of me up in college. I'd be like, all right, no more ice cream, no more ice cream. Cause I'd be, cutting. They're trying to lose weight, just cutting up. And they'd have that coconut ice cream in there and it'd get me in trouble sometimes. I go get a couple scoops and they're like, oh man, you ain't on your diet. So I enjoyed the flavor of coconut. Never actually drank a coconut or had one. But I've liked the flavors of like the coconut flakes and coconut ice cream and stuff like that.
I haven't had coconut flakes, but acai bowls are awesome.
Yeah, they're so good, aren't they?
Yeah. How do you plan on like representing the beach when you're playing? Do you think you'll bring like a surfboard to the games
Yeah, definitely. I have a surfboard. I actually have pictures of me with the visitors in uniform with a
Oh, that's
surfboard.
sick.
Yeah, whether I need to post that one actually. It actually goes pretty tough, I think. Whether I bring it or not, we'll see. I mean, I just think having that long hair, the tan, like
It
my
looks
natural
like the
blonde hair.
beach.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I kind of already bring that in a sense.
Yeah.
But I might be out there in a grass skirt or, I'll have a lay on or something. You never know, man. There's always stuff you can do to spice it up. And the colors I wear, the light blue, the green, the white, like stuff like that. But I definitely see my surfboard making some trips, no doubt about it.
Cool. You should do like a walk up riding on the surfboard.
Yeah, that'd go so hard on him.
Yeah. What is your favorite memory from the visitors last year?
Yeah, I would say my favorite memory, man, and yeah, I'm even gonna talk like off the game, man. I would probably say my favorite memory is I just got to meet so many young
Yeah.
fans and got to be there for them and signing stuff before the game, talking with them after, and seeing them take pictures, and then I post stuff on TikTok and seeing their parents go and comment, and it's like, look at this picture with my girls, how happy they were, or look at how my boys were, how happy they were, or you see the sign ball and they're posting it. Just seeing that means so much, and knowing that that you were there for them. And dude, without their support, we wouldn't do what we do. Without the fans, we wouldn't do what we do. And they're awesome. And I would just say, just getting to change their life, man. And like you look at it, like the banana foster going out there with
Yeah.
every family, giving them big hugs, man. It's like that just means so much, and it weighs so much on me and my heart. And I would definitely say that's my favorite part of Banana Ball.
Cool. Yeah, you guys are so good at making people leave with a smile on their faces. What has been
Yeah,
your
I mean, no doubt.
what has been your favorite fan service memory you've heard of or been a part of?
Yeah, so um I think one of the coolest ones I've seen is Coach Rack came out with a video. He went up in the very top deck.
I surprised a fan.
Okay, there's a Rack jersey right there. We just walked up, there's a Rack jersey right there. Alright, so I got something for you.
The reason we're here. You're like his idol. He started baseball because of you. Yeah. You know why he loves you so much? Because you love
And he
them.
found some of the Coach Rack uniform on and went down there. It was kind of disguised and then touched him on the shoulder and gave him, like a swag bag and stuff. I thought that was so, so cool. Um, that was pretty unique. And then of course just some kids you meet and stuff, and then you get the text later that you were a huge role model in their life and it put the biggest smile on them. Definitely was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I saw that short too. It was awesome because he was like, "You're the reason I came to this game."
Right. Yeah. So that's definitely one of the cooler ones I've seen for sure.
Cool. Speaking of social media, a lot of players in Banana Ball, especially you, are active on social media. Do you think you're kind of like forced in a way to make content to be on the bananas or in Banana Ball?
Um, I don't I don't I'm not really sure, I'm a new guy.
Yeah,
I think when you get there, it's not necessarily that you enjoy posting stuff because you realize the impact you have on people. For examples, I've posted stuff about me lifting or as little as much as just like going outside. And then I've talked to people, or people have reached out, hey, you've changed my life because seeing you lift made me go out and want to exercise. And now I walk 15 minutes a day. And when you post that
that's
stuff,
awesome.
you don't realize, the impact necessarily you have on that. So when you start getting stuff like that, it's like, why not post? You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Or you post something motivational like, hey guys, it's Monday. Hope everyone's having a blessed Monday. Let's kick off this week with a great start. Everyone deserves to be here. Everyone deserves a good week, no matter what's going on in your life. Like everything's okay. You're gonna have a blessed Monday. And when you get feedback about that, just the positivity, dude, it's just like you don't feel guilty, but it's that sense of like you feel guilty in a sense that you don't post and you don't share because it's like you can change someone's life. It's not about necessarily posting about you, it's about posting to uplift other people. And I would say I don't necessarily know if it's forced or anything like that, but when you learn that aspect of it, it's pretty unique.
cool. I bet that kind of refills your tank too. Like, oh, I'm making other people exercise. Let's keep doing this.
Right, exactly. It just has that feel or put, if when I post stuff of me dancing and it makes someone smile that's maybe having a bad day, like, dude, that goes a long way because we all have bad days and when people come up to me and are like, hey, I really like that shirt or hey, you got it, like, hey man, like I don't know what you're going through, but dude, like, you're an awesome dude. I always see you positive and stuff. That it changes your day around.
Yeah,
You see a waiter who's stressed out and all of a sudden you're like, hey, look, I know my drink hadn't been refilled. It's perfectly okay, like whenever you get a chance, take a breath. I know you're really packed, whatever it is. And then you can see them change. Be like, they just want someone to ask and be like, you know what? Thank you so much for understanding. That's all it takes is just a little forgiveness and a little bit of patience.
yeah, it's that forgiveness that God talked about all the way through the Bible.
That's it.
Uh,
Amen.
s-
Amen, brother.
Speaking of the Bible, do you have a favorite Bible verse?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say John 3:16. I just loved growing up. I was a huge Tim Tebow guy. A lot of people say, that's the classic one, but seeing him play with it on his he had it written on his eye black. I just always thought was so cool and it's always just stuck with me.
That's sick. Do you know what it says?
Yeah, John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. 100%, man. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, mine is Corinthians 4 through 13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Strengthens
I
me.
think it's
Yeah.
just cool because like sometimes be having a bad day and it's like he's always there with me and has a greater plan.
That's it, man. He's in control of everything.
Yeah.
There's never a second he's not in control, and the faith. And when you realize that, this life, it's awesome, and being in earth is awesome, but your true life doesn't start until you enter the kingdom of heaven, and you pass, like, that's home. This is temporary, but that's eternal. So knowing that and understanding that goes a long way.
Yeah, dude, it's like some people don't realize they think they have an amazing life like billionaires, and then they don't realize the word of God, and once they figure out, they're like, I'll give up my whole $1 billion.
Right. Exactly.
That's all the questions I have for you. Do you have anything for me?
No, man, I appreciate you having me on. I think what you're doing is awesome, and to be able to reach out, and I just want everyone here. I don't, if you're posting this on YouTube or not, man. Isaiah, he's an amazing dude, and he doesn't just do it on camera. He's not fake on camera. We've been texting, we've been talking, dude. He's an awesome dude. If you're not following him, make sure you follow him. He's a good young man. He's a good Christian young man, and the questions you ask, man, are so impressive. They're so peculiar. They're so interesting. They're important. And you just do such a good job at what you do. And I just want to thank you for having me on, man. It's truly an honor.
Dude, I appreciate it. That means a lot. Thank you.
Yes, sir, man. If you ever need anything or we need to check in the middle of the season, man, let's do it.
Will do.
we'll, we'll, we'll find time.
Do you guys remember? Do you remember if you're coming down to Phoenix this year to play?
I'm not sure. I know we go to Vegas. I don't know how close that is to Phoenix, but I think it's somewhat close because Phoenix. Let me go back to my sixth grade geography or something here.
I
Phoenix is in Arizona, right?
Yeah, I just learned
Okay,
that this year we're the boarding state next to Nevada.
Nevada. That's what I said. Okay, I knew Las Vegas was in Nevada, so I was like, maybe that's close. I'm not sure
Yeah,
exactly where Phoenix is at in there, but how close it is to Nevada. So
it gets confusing too. There's so many like states and cities.
yeah, it does. And the good thing is just all it does is I just gotta pull up the schedule on my phone real quick.
Just look at a map and you're chilling.
Exactly. So
Thank you, though. I appreciate you. You have a great rest of good rest of your tour.
yeah, man, thank you. And like I said, we'll be in touch, and this guy's awesome. And thanks for having me on. Have a good night.
No problem. You too. Thank you.
Bye bye.
See ya.